Imagine owning a car wash. Cars drive in, machines spray them with soap, water, and wax. Brushes spin, hair dryers blast the water away. And a few minutes later, the car drives out spotless. Sounds like the perfect business. You collect the money while the machines do the work. But here's the problem. An automated car wash is not a vending machine. It's a complex retail and engineering business that happens to clean cars. The margins can be excellent, but the costs, risks, and competition are much bigger than most people realize. So, how much does it actually cost to own one? And more importantly, where does the money really come from? Let's break down the economics. The basic business model is simple: speed plus volume plus repeat customers. An express tunnel can process dramatically more vehicles than a traditional hand wash because customers stay inside their cars while the machines do almost everything. But the biggest opportunity isn't the one-time $12 or $15 wash. It's the customer who comes back every week. And that's where memberships changed the industry. Instead of asking, "Will this customer wash their car today?" the business asks, "Will this customer keep paying us every month?" That transforms a car wash from an occasional purchase into a subscription business. And that's one of the biggest reasons investors became so interested in the industry. Before you wash a single car, you need land. And not just any land. A successful location needs high traffic, easy access, and enough space for cars to enter, wait, and exit without creating a traffic nightmare. A prime suburban location can cost anywhere from $500,000 to $2 million just for the land, depending on the market. Then comes another problem: permits. Car washes often require zoning approvals, drainage assessments, environmental reviews, and other local approvals. In some markets, the approval process can take more than a year, which means you're potentially paying for land while making zero revenue. Now you have the land, but you still don't have a car wash. An express tunnel is essentially a miniature automated factory. You need reinforced concrete, industrial plumbing, powerful electrical systems, drainage, vacuum stalls, and waiting lanes. A properly designed facility may need tens of thousands of square feet just for the site, and construction alone can easily reach $800,000 to $1.2 million before all the equipment is installed. Add land, construction, and equipment together, and a single location project can require roughly $3 to $4 million in total capital. That's a very different business from what most people imagine when they hear, "I want to own a car wash." Now comes the equipment. The conveyor belt pulls each vehicle through the tunnel. Then you have foam applicators, high-pressure water, rotating brushes, wheel cleaners, wax and sealant systems, drying blowers, sensors, cameras, payment kiosks, membership systems. A high-end tunnel equipment package alone can cost around $300,000 to $600,000 before installation. So you're not buying a few washing machines, you're building an automated production line. And every machine in that production line has to keep working. A busy express wash can use 30 to 70 gallons of fresh water per vehicle before recycling. Now imagine hundreds of cars every day. The water bill can become enormous. That's why modern facilities use water reclamation systems. Dirty water gets collected, filtered, and recycled back into the washing process. Some systems can recover a very large percentage of the water used. And in drought-prone markets, water recycling isn't just about saving money. It can be essential to keeping the business operating. Here's where the economics become interesting. Suppose a basic wash costs the operator only a small amount in chemicals. Now offer the customer: basic, $12, deluxe, $18, premium, $25. The additional chemicals required for the premium package may cost very little compared with the extra amount the customer pays. That's where the margin becomes powerful. You're adding another chemical treatment, wax or sealant, and charging several dollars more. This is why car washes love premium packages. The upgrade can have extremely high margins. There's another trick. Look at almost any car wash menu, and you'll notice something. The expensive package is designed to make the middle package look reasonable. If the customer sees Basic, $12, Deluxe, $25, Premium, $40, suddenly $25 doesn't feel expensive. It feels like the smart choice. That's called price anchoring. The customer may have arrived planning to spend $12, but leaves spending $25, and the cost of delivering that upgrade may be surprisingly small. Now let's talk about power. The tunnel has high-pressure pumps, drying blowers, vacuum motors, conveyor motors, lighting, payment systems, and dozens of other electrical components. A busy location can spend thousands to tens of thousands of dollars per month on electricity and utilities. Large industrial motors create power surges when they start, so smart operators use systems that gradually ramp motors up instead of switching them on at full power. Because saving a little on every cycle can become a lot of money over an entire year. This is where automated car washes have a major advantage. A traditional hand wash may require dozens of workers. An express tunnel can operate with just a few employees per shift. Operations, maintenance, customer service, membership sales, and general management. That can keep labor around 18 to 25% of revenue at a well-run express location, compared with much higher labor costs for traditional hand wash models.
And this is one of the biggest reasons automation changed the economics of the industry. Here's the cost nobody likes talking about. Maintenance. A car wash runs almost every day. Brushes spin thousands of times. Pumps constantly cycle. Conveyor bearings rotate. Chemical systems operate continuously. Sensors get dirty. Belts wear out. Motors fail. And everything is operating in a wet, chemical-heavy environment. A well-run location may spend roughly 8 to 12% of revenue on maintenance and equipment reserves. If the business generates $1.2 million per year, that's potentially $96,000 to $144,000 going back into keeping the machines alive. And there's one rule every owner learns eventually. Preventive maintenance is cheaper than emergency repairs. Because when your conveyor breaks on a Tuesday, that's bad. When it breaks on the busiest Saturday of the year, that's a disaster. Now we reach the most important part. The membership. Imagine charging $40 per month for unlimited washes. The customer can come 2, 3, or 4 times a month. But the operator doesn't have to earn that $40 every time the customer visits. The $40 arrives automatically every month. Rain or shine. Holiday or weekday. Whether the customer uses the service once or 4 times. That predictable recurring revenue is extremely valuable. It turns a weather-dependent business into something much closer to a subscription company. And that's why memberships are such a powerful part of the modern car wash model. Let's imagine a strong location. Suppose it generates around $1.5 million in annual revenue. Now subtract the major expenses. Labor, 18 to 25%. Chemicals and supplies, 5 to 8%. Utilities, 7 to 10%. Maintenance, 8 to 12%. Insurance and taxes. Marketing. Technology. Administration. And finally, debt service. After all these expenses, a well-run location might produce an operating cash flow margin around 35 to 45% before debt service and taxes, depending heavily on location and operating efficiency. That sounds incredible. But there's a catch. Remember the initial investment? You may have borrowed several million dollars to build the facility. If annual debt payments are around $280,000 to $360,000, that dramatically changes the final profit. A location that looks extremely profitable before debt can end up producing only $150,000 to $350,000 in net profit in a good year. And suddenly your $4 million investment doesn't look so cheap. This is why the car wash business isn't simply build it, turn on the machines, collect money. The numbers have to work from day one. And then there's the problem nobody can control. Someone opens another car wash nearby. Your location might be doing great. Memberships are growing. Revenue is increasing. Then another express tunnel opens 1 mile away. They offer $29.99 unlimited memberships. You charge $40. Now you have a decision. Lower your price. Or lose customers. And suddenly the business you thought was predictable becomes a price war. This is one reason rapid expansion and excessive debt can become dangerous even when the underlying business model is attractive. Social media loves the phrase, automated car wash equals passive income. But here's reality. Your conveyor breaks. Your water recycling system fails. A customer disputes a membership charge. Your best employee quits. A competitor opens nearby. A pump fails on Saturday morning. And suddenly you're very involved. The machines may wash the cars. They don't run the business. A profitable owner watches. Revenue. Membership churn. Maintenance. Customer satisfaction. Utility costs. Equipment performance. And competition. Automation reduces labor. It doesn't eliminate management. Let's compare two scenarios. Best case. Great location. Strong traffic. Limited competition. Rapid membership growth. Annual revenue, $1.8 million. Operating cash flow, roughly $750,000. After debt service, you could potentially keep around $400,000 plus per year, depending on financing and expenses. That's an excellent business. Realistic case. A competitor opens nearby. Membership growth slows. Maintenance costs rise. You need discounts to retain customers. Revenue stays closer to $1.2 to $1.5 million. After operating costs and debt, your annual profit could fall dramatically. Same machines. Same business model. Completely different outcome. And that tells you something important. The economics of a car wash aren't determined by the soap. They're determined by location, volume, memberships, operating efficiency, competition, and debt. So, is owning a car wash a good business? It can be. But it's not passive. It's not easy. And it's definitely not cheap. You're essentially investing millions of dollars into a highly automated machine that has to operate thousands of times every month. If you choose the right location, control costs, build recurring memberships and maintain the equipment, the economics can be extremely attractive. But choose the wrong location, take on too much debt, or ignore the competition. And millions of dollars can disappear surprisingly fast. The machines clean the cars. But the economics decide whether the owner gets rich.